כבוד נשיא המדינה, מר יצחק הרצוג, ונשיא ארצות הברית, מר ג'וזף ביידן. Please rise for the President of the State of Israel, His Excellency Isaac Herzog, and the President of the United States of America, the Honorable Joseph R. Biden. קהל נכבד, כבוד נשיא המדינה, מר יצחק הרצוג. Honored guests, His Excellency, the President of the State of Israel, Isaac Herzog.
The Honorable Joseph R. Biden Jr., President of the United States of America. His Excellency Yair Lapid, Prime Minister of the State of Israel. Ministers, Knesset members, religious leaders, excellencies, distinguished delegations, honored guests. Mr. President, you are the 15th consecutive American president with whom my family has had the privilege of engaging for over 80 years. FDR was the first one. I am so delighted to host you here in the heart of Jerusalem. As I said yesterday, Mr. President, this is a visit amongst family and old friends. You have been a faithful, lifelong friend of the State of Israel and the Jewish people. Your tireless advocacy of the enduring U.S.-Israel partnership in word and in deed has truly withstood the test of time. Your journey of peace here in the Middle East comes at the pivotal hour of a challenged world order. The aftershocks of the pandemic are colliding with the tragedy unfolding in Ukraine, while extremism displaces dialogue as our planet runs out of time. I believe that a strong and vibrant U.S.-Israel partnership has seldom been more critical to our countries, to the Middle East, and to global stability and sustainability, peace and prosperity, democracy and decency. Since its establishment, the State of Israel has been a vibrant democracy, sometimes too much, Mr. President, as you know all too well. We are a diversified society, encompassing Jews and Muslims, Christians, Druze and Circassians, of all denominations and beliefs. Some of their distinguished representatives are here with us today. We also are so proud that ambassadors from all Arab countries that have signed peace accords with Israel are present here today. Mr. President, a strong and secure nation state of the Jewish people in the land of Israel is critical to the safety and future of the Jewish people. And now we have the opportunity, thanks in large part to the support of your administration and the Abraham Accords, to envision one step further. Together, we can create not only a new Middle East, but a renewable Middle East, a regional ecosystem of sustainable peace. Under your leadership, we can continue transforming our region from a source of global tension to a source of global stability, progress, and integration. The Middle East can grow into a meeting point for climate innovation and combine medical research, clean energy, food security, and peaceful exchange among faiths and peoples. This is the blessing you will bring in the coming days to your meeting in Jeddah. Just as we are united in promoting peace and cooperation in the Middle East, we are also united in our opposition to Iran's terror and that of its proxies, and its drive for nuclear weapons capability, which is the greatest threat to this region and perhaps the world at large. We know the United States is committed to Israel's security, as you have reiterated throughout this visit. This was underscored in the important Jerusalem Joint Declaration, which you and Prime Minister Lapid agreed upon and signed today, echoing your own ironclad, unshakable commitment to Israel's security and well-being. I commend your administration's crystal clear moral stance against all forms of anti-Semitism and delegitimization of Israel around the world. Thank you always for standing by us. And now, Mr. President, in our private meeting moments ago, I handed you a document found in our National Archives, the minutes of your meeting with Prime Minister Golda Meir nearly 50 years ago, which you often recount with fondness. What is interesting is the reflection of the Israeli diplomat who wrote the minutes and added the following concluding remark, and I quote, "The senator," that means you, Mr. President, "was full of respect and admiration for the Prime Minister and repeatedly said that he has come to learn, but on the other hand was carried away by his enthusiasm." President Biden, your great enthusiasm remains with us until today, and we feel it here. I thank you for honoring us with this important visit, which means a great deal for the people of Israel. And in a few moments, I will honor you in gratitude and appreciation on their behalf. We wish you great success in your regional visit and your historic trip tomorrow from Israel to Saudi Arabia. May it bring a message of peace and hope for all peoples of the region. And finally, Mr. President, you say, God bless America. We say, as was quoted today by the Prime Minister as well in our prayers, Hashem oz le'amo iten, Hashem yevarech et amo b'shalom, meaning the Lord will give strength unto his people, the Lord will bless his people with peace. And I say to you, my dear friend, the Lord will give strength unto our peoples. The Lord will bless our peoples with peace. Hashem oz le'ameinu iten, Hashem yevarech et ameinu b'shalom. Toda rabba. Thank you.
Well, President Herzog, it's wonderful to be with you again and honored to be with so many familiar faces out in this garden. You know, if anyone should understand my inclination and enthusiasm, you should be. With a grandfather who thought Sinn Féin was the future of Ireland, you should understand that. You all think I'm kidding. I'm not.
Great day for the Irish.
I've known many of you for a long time, and all of you, and you know that my love for Israel is deep-rooted. I was raised, as we say and you say, by a righteous Christian, my dad. And I've had the honor, it's hard to say these words, for over 50 years. I can't be that long, but for over 50 years in the federal government helping build the relationship. And 50 years ago, we'd never had this audience before. We would not have this audience out here. We had so many people representing so many different nations and faiths as well, and it's important. Seeing Israel thrive, seeing the wildest dreams of Israel's founding fathers and mothers grow into reality that Israel children enjoy today, to me is close to miraculous. You're always we use in the Catholic Church a hymn that's based on one of the Psalms, and it says, "May he raise you up on eagle's wings and bear you on the breath of dawn. Until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand." Well, every time I've come over these years, thank God, God seems to be holding us in the palm of his hand, because we get stronger, not weaker. And to me, it's pretty miraculous. The Torah tells the story of the prophet who described the ancient Israelis as the people that dwell alone. And the Torah portion that will be read in services across the United States this week. You know, I know, President Herzog, that your uncle also wrote a book with that title. But as I look out on this proud, strong Israelis in the audience, at the nation that made the desert bloom and built the Iron Dome, I see people who are growing more secure, more integrated, more confident, and more have greater relationships with their neighbors. A nation that has forged peace before and can do it again. And a nation that will never dwell alone. Because as long as the United States, you will never, ever be alone. And as you know, there's still so much more work to be done. That's why America's commitment to Israel's security remains ironclad. Today and in the future, that commitment is not about me or any other American president. It springs from the deep affinity and enduring connection between our peoples. And it is our responsibility as leaders to nurture that bond, to ensure that it grows stronger, deeper, and broader as we navigate the challenges ahead, and they will continue to be profound and they will change. And as a leader, I can say without hesitation that being known as a friend of Israel and receiving this award today is among the greatest honors of my career, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. In fact, and thank you, Mr. President, since I know that you and I share a connection, as I said to Ireland, I hope you forgive me for ending by quoting an Irish poet, Seamus Heaney. He wrote in the Cura Troy, he said, "History says don't hope on this side of the grave, but then, once in a lifetime, that longed-for tidal wave of justice rises up, and hope and history rhyme." I truly believe that we're at one of those moments, if we get lucky and work hard, where we can make hope and history rhyme. Israel and the United States are both places built on hope, grit, and determination. And I believe together we will stay always true to our founding values, and that we can help make hope and history rhyme once more, but this time in one of the most dysfunctional in the past regions of the world, where you again will be fully integrated and be one of the leaders. So, Mr. President, it's an incredible honor, and as some of you heard me say, if my mother were here, she said, "Joey, hush up and let the man get on with his job." But thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
הנשיא הרצוג יעניק את עיטור הנשיא לנשיא ביידן. President of the State of Israel, Isaac Herzog, will bestow the Presidential Medal of Honor upon the President of the United States of America, Joe Biden.
The Honorable President Joseph R. Biden Jr., in recognition of the strong support for Israel you have consistently demonstrated and the depth of the friendship our nations share, I wish to present you with the highest honor bestowed by an Israeli president, the Presidential Medal of Honor. This tradition was instituted by the late president and your good friend, Shimon Peres. The accompanying certificate reads, and I begin with quoting the Bible, Imo chokhma ugvura, lo etza utvuna. With him are wisdom and strength, he has counsel and understanding. The Presidential Medal of Honor is hereby awarded to the Honorable President Joseph R. Biden Jr. of the United States of America for his true friendship with the State of Israel, the people of Israel, and the Jewish people. His uncompromising decades-long commitment to Israel's security, his contributions to deepening, strengthening, and enhancing the strong and unwavering alliance between Israel and the United States of America, and his struggle against anti-Israeli and anti-Semitic hatred around the world.
What a great honor. Thank you very, very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
תודה לנשיא המדינה, לנשיא ארצות הברית. Thank you, President Herzog and President Biden. ועכשיו, קהל נכבד, honored guest, לו יהי.
עוד יש מפרש לבן באופק מול ענן שחור כבד, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
ואם בחלונות הערב או נרות החג רועד, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש לו יהי. לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי,
כל שנבקש.
מקול ענות אני שומע, קול שופר וקול תופים, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
לו תשמע בתוך כל אלה גם תפילה אחת מפי, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
לו יהי, לו יהי, אנא לו יהי, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be.
כל שנבקש לו יהי.
פתאום מזרח מאופל על ראשנו אור כוכב, כל שנבקש לו יהי.
אז תן שלווה ותן גם כוח לכל אלה שנאהב, כל שנבקש לו יהי. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. לו יהי, לו יהי, לו יהי, לו יהי.
There will be an answer, let it be.
And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine till tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music. Mother Mary comes to me. There will be an answer, let it be. Lu yehi, lu yehi, lu yehi, lu yehi. Kol shenevkesh, lu yehi. Let it be, let it be, let it be, oh, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. כל שנבקש לו יהי. כל שנבקש לו יהי. Let it be.
רן דנקר, יובל דיין, תודה רבה. Thank you very much. קהל נכבד, נבקשכם להישאר במקומותיכם עד ליציאת הנשיאים והמשלחת האמריקנית, ולאחר תרועות הכבוד בצאתם ממתחם האירוע נכבדם בקימה. לא תתאפשר יציאה מהמשכן עד ליציאת רכבי השיירה הנשיאותית. Honored guests, please remain in your places until the presidents exit the garden and the American delegation leaves. Please be advised that exiting will not be permitted until the presidential motorcade departs.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good luck tomorrow.
Thank
Both
you.
presidents. Thank you, sir.